Wow, what a way to begin a story. Can you believe that? Well, I'm sorry we have to start this story with such a terrible event as a mother and father being swallowed up by an escaped rhinoceros, but I just had to tell you. It's because of this event that our story happened. You see, life was really great for our hero, James Henry Trotter, until this happened to his parents. Now, well, he was sent away to live with his two aunts, Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker. I am sorry to point out, but I must, that they were both really horrible people. They were selfish and lazy and cruel, and right from the very beginning, they started beating poor James for almost no reason at all. They never called him by his real name, but always referred to him as, "You miserable creature," or "You disgusting little beast," or "You filthy nuisance." And they certainly never gave him any toys to play with or any picture books to look at or read. His room was as bare as a prison cell. They lived, Aunt Sponge, Aunt Spiker, and now James as well, in a strange, ramshackle house on the top of a high hill in the south of England. The hill was so high that from almost anywhere in the garden, James could look down and see for miles and miles across a marvelous landscape of woods and fields. And on a very clear day, if he looked in the right direction, he could see a tiny gray dot on the horizon, which was the house that he used to live in with his beloved mother and father. And just beyond that, he could see the sea itself. But then, there came a morning when something rather peculiar happened to him. It all started on a blazing hot day in the middle of summer. Aunt Sponge, Aunt Spiker, and James were all out in the garden. James had been put to work as usual.
I look and smell, I do declare, as lovely as a rose. Just feast your eyes upon my face, observe my shapely nose. Behold my heavenly silky locks, and if I take off both my socks, you'll see dainty toes.
But don't forget, my dear Sponge, how much your tummy shows. Why, Sponge, my sweet pet, you cannot wink. Behold my gorgeous curvy shape, my teeth, my charming grin. Oh, beauteous me, how I adore my radiant looks. And please ignore the pimple on my chin. What's the matter with you?
Aunt Spiker, I feel as if I'm going to faint.
Stop that immediately and get on with your work, you nasty little beast.
Auntie Sponge and Auntie Spiker, couldn't we all please just for once go down to the seaside with us? It isn't far, or take a trip to New York City like my mom and dad had planned. I feel so hot and awful and warm.
Why, you lazy good-for-nothing brute! Beat him! I certainly will. I shall beat you on later in the day when I don't feel so hot. And now, get out of my sight, you disgusting worm, and give me some peace!
It was at this point that the first thing, the rather peculiar thing, happened to James.
Hello, James. Don't worry. I mean you no harm. How do you know my name? Oh, I know more than just your name. What if I were to tell you that the answer to all your troubles is right here, inside this little bag? Go on, have a look inside. There's more magic and power than the green things in there is, and the rest of the world put together. But what are they? Where did they come from? You'll never guess that. They're crocodile tongues. 1,000 long, slimy crocodile tongues boiled in the skull of a witch for 20 days and 20 nights, with the eyeball of a lizard, and the fingers of a young monkey, the gizzard of a pig, the beak of a green parrot, porcupine juice, 3 spoonfuls of sugar, stir for 1 week and let the moon do the rest. Have and marvelous things will happen. Things that you have never dreamed of. Like what? Well, like, you'll never be miserable again. And you are miserable, aren't you, James? You weren't meant to be, you know? And that place you're dreaming of is not as far away as you think. So will it be? Don't let those green things get away from you. Not with their magic and power on whatever they meet first. Be it bug, insect, tree, or animal. It's all its magic and power. Do you understand? Good. Oh no! What am I going to do? They're burrowing into the ground. There's nothing down there except the roots of the old peach tree and a whole lot of earthworms and centipedes and other kinds of insects.
Get up at once, you lazy little beast, and get back up there immediately and finish topping up those logs. Why don't we just lower the boy down the well in a bucket and leave him there for the night? That ought to teach him not to laze around like that all day long. That's a very good idea, my dear Sponge. Sponge, come here and look at this. At what? A peach right up there on the highest branch. Can't you see it? You're teasing me, Spiker. That tree doesn't have a blossom on it, let alone a peach. There's one on it now, Sponge. You look for yourself. Very Spiker. Ha ha. Good gracious me, there really is a peach up there.
Now, it's at this point in our story that James feels that something peculiar is about to happen to him at any moment.
Hey, you! Get over here and climb this tree. I want you to pick that peach up there on the highest branch. Can you see it?
Yes, Auntie Sponge, I can see it. Can we eat it?
Sure we can. You're Aunt Spiker and me. Now get up there and start climbing. What? It's growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. The boy? No, the peach, you idiot. Look! Climb down. Stove up. I'm not blind. Don't I can see for myself. Look at it go. It's a miracle. What a peach. Let it ever stop growing.
The old man that gave me the little green thing said marvelous things will happen.
Shut up, you little grub. This has nothing to do with you, so just stay away from it. Can you smell that, Spidey? It's right. It's just perfect. It smells delicious. No. It smells like money. The giant peach. Half price for children under 2 weeks old. One at a time, please. Don't push. You're all going to get in. It'll cost you $1 to bring in a camera.
All right, I don't care. I'll pay triple to get a picture of that peach. How much for the whole peach? Oh my gosh, Kate. Look how big that peach is. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh, please, Bertie. Can you come to the beach with us? It's growing right after we leave here.
Miserable grub! Get away from that window. Don't you have chores to do? I think I hear a rhino.
Did she say rhino? Can we touch the peach? I want to touch the peach, Mommy. If John gets to touch the peach, I want to too.
Admission refused. These children have too many naughty ideas. Go away.
Come along, James, John, Jim, Sue, let's go. Don't dawdle.
Aren't you glad we have that little bird to stay inside? He would only get in our way if we let him wander around like that. Can you believe he complained that he was lonely because he hasn't had any other children for years and years? The nerve! Here we are about to become millionaires The only thing he can think of is himself.
Come on, children, it's time to go home. Aw, do we have to leave?
It's time to go to the beach. Everyone back in the car.
Yay!
Everyone has gone home for the night, Spiker. I think we should close up. Maybe that's a good idea, Sponge. We'll be that old rat to clean up the mess out here.
Yes, Andy Spiker.
What's wrong with you?
I was hoping to play with the other children.
Oh, the children have gone. But you can play with our garbage and don't even think about going near our beach. Because if you do, remember that I never did catch that rhino.
Gosh, it's really dark out here tonight, and I'm really hungry. It's kind of spooky. Everything's so quiet, maybe even a little too quiet. Everything's so different. Suddenly the entire garden seems alive with magic. It's so soft and warm. There's a hole in the peak. It's a big hole. It's not just a hole, it's a tunnel. Now the tunnel's going uphill towards the very center of the peak. Ouch! This must be the pit in the center of the peak. There's a door in it. Where do you think you're going?
I'm going crazy. I gotta take a look around, plan our escape from Spiker and Sponge.
Escape to where?
Well, we squad.
No one's going to squish you, my dear boy. You're 6 feet long now.
Bigger target. Let them come. I'll take a full fight. I'm undefeatable. I'm indivisible.
Hello! Look who's here. It's left from the house. What's his name?
Miserable tit.
I thought it was Rock Little Grub. No. That's what this horrible aunt caught him. His real name is, it's James. Look what you've done now, Mick. Get him, instead. Oh, no! No! I'm hungry. I'm famished. So am I.
Oh, everyone's starving. We need food.
Aren't you hungry, James? What's the matter with you, James? You look positively ill.
It looks like he's gonna lose it.
Oh my goodness! The poor thing! I do believe he thinks it's him we want to eat.
That's a fire plan.
You mustn't be frightened. We wouldn't dream of hurting you. You're one of us now. You're one of the crew. We're on the same boat.
Hey, lower. Turn up your lights.
I'm a vegetarian.
I ain't dirt.
No one will beat you, James.
Yeah, she'll just puncture your head and stick out the brains.
That I'm saving for you. Oh, such rude behavior. No need to be frightened, dearie. But you're giant bugs for crying out loud. Fascinating, isn't it? The old man that gave us little green things said marvelous things will happen. Did you say marvelous things in satin? No, dear lady. Marvelous things will happen. Poor glowworm. She's a little deaf.
Poor earthworm. He's blind, you know. He's blind and legless.
I may be blind, you know, but I'm not deaf.
My opinion is the only marvelous thing is to have no legs on and still be able to walk just the same. You call that walking? You, sir, are a slitherer. That's all you do. You just slim around.
I'm fine. James, I'm Grasshopper. I'm a magician. In case you haven't guessed, my name is Miss Spider.
Well, James, have you ever seen such a marvelous and colossal centipede as me?
No, I haven't. How on earth did you get to be like that? out in the garden under the old peach tree. When suddenly a funny little green thing